I'm back again with one more Halloween video before October 31st. I wanted to shout out a few more games from the massive eShop sale that's going on, especially since a bunch of titles got added to it over the last couple of days. If you're looking to play something for Halloween and or beyond that, but for cheap as well, I got you covered with today's video. There's no tricks today, it's just treats. A Metroidvania with gothic horror vibes and some Dark Souls gameplay mechanics. Blasphemous is a treat for those looking for a challenging action platformer, one that will kick your butt, but one that is just as rewarding to master. The combat in this one is top notch. It's got some real good gameplay. Just like any good Metroidvania, as you advance in the game and explore, you'll find goodies to better your character, but what's real nice about this one is through the upgrades you obtain, you can actually customize your character to suit your combat style. You want to be more vicious or aggressive? You can. You want to have a more defensive playstyle? You can as well. This is a well-polished game, one that's good for the spooky season and beyond. I highly recommend it, especially at its current discount of 75% off on the eShop. Without a doubt, Pumpkin Jack, that is absolutely perfect for playing during Halloween. It is a game where you play as the cursed trickster, Jack, who travels to a cursed kingdom in order to take out a wizard who aims to bring the end of the curse of the eternal night. Nope, you're not trying to save the day in this one. Not on the good side. No, we want the night of tricks to go on forever. As Jack, you gotta hack and slash your way to ensure the cursed kingdom stays cursed. This is a fun game where the core gameplay is very much inspired by PlayStation's famous Medieval series, if you remember that. It's one of the best Halloween-themed games out there, bar none. It's on sale for 80% off until November 13th. One of my favorite indie games, Dicey Dungeons, is back on sale again just in time for Halloween. This game combines deck building with RPG and roguelike mechanics, as well as dice, of course. I mean, it is in the name. The gameplay in this one is simple to understand. You gotta navigate through different boards, taking on monsters and other creatures in turn-based combat by using the abilities of your cards that you draw from your deck. To use these abilities, you need to use dice that you roll in order to activate them. Each challenge has you starting off from scratch, and you need to acquire cards and build the perfect deck as you advance in order to reach the end. That's the basic gist of it. Each character you play as has their own equipment that can provide them a unique ability that can shake up things, as well as each challenge itself in each episode has its own unique twists on the gameplay rule sets. So there's actually a lot of content here. There's a ton of challenges and additional episodes, including a Halloween episode, which is why I got this game on today's video. You definitely have to give that Halloween episode a go if you pick up this game. If you like RPGs, if you like card games, then give this one a go. I found this one to be pretty addicting, and it's totally worth picking up at 80% off. It's just $2.99 on the US eShop. Layers of Fear Legacy is a psychological horror game about a painter who has gone mad and is striving to create at least what he thinks is his most important work of art yet. As you navigate the halls of this twisted house, you'll solve puzzles and uncover a story behind the disturbed painter. This game has some nice spooks and scares, and it gets more messed up the further you go in the game. This is one of the original Switch's best horror games, and it's super cheap to get, considering it's on sale for 85% off. It's just $2.99 on the US eShop. The original Clock Tower is one of the OG survival horror games, and was first released back in 1995 for the Super Famicom. It is a point-and-click adventure-style game that has you playing as an orphan named Jennifer Simpson, who tries to escape the clutches of a stalker named Scissorman, who carries a giant pair of scissors. Now, you may laugh at the fact that he has a giant pair of scissors, but trust me, he is pretty effective at using those to off people left and right, including Jennifer herself if she happens to fall victim to him. And like most point-and-click adventure games, which tend to be pretty casual in play, this one is a lot more action-oriented in a way, as you need to guide Jennifer through some tense and scary moments at times, while actively avoiding Scissorman and or using traps to slow him down. Can't just wait around in this one, you gotta be on the move, or she's gonna be cut in half. For the longest time, the original game was stuck in Japan, but recently, developers WayForward have brought the game to the West in the form of Clock Tower Rewind. This has the official English translation of the original game, as well as includes a new animated opening, cutscenes, vocal songs, and goodies like an art gallery, a music player, a save state option, and more. It's currently on sale for Halloween at its biggest discount yet of 50% off. This makes it $9.99 on the US eShop. Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk, and its sequel, Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, Outside a Bag of Milk, has some pretty messed up names, which is appropriate because these are some pretty messed up psychological horror visual novels. The first one has you following a female protagonist who visits a store in order to buy a bag of milk. And while that might seem like a simple thing to do, unfortunately, it is not for her. She suffers from severe trauma and issues and psychosis, and things go south real quick. The second game picks up right where the first one leaves off, and is just as messed up as the first game, if not more so. These are best to go in blind, so you can fully enjoy the experience, and if you enjoy stories that will mess with your head, then these are worth checking out. The 2-game bundle is super cheap to pick up from the Halloween sale at 75% off, which makes it just $1.99 on the US eShop. Fans of Asian horror games should consider checking out the Coma series, a series of 2D, side-scrolling psychological survival horror games from Korea that have you exploring a school that has been pulled into a dark dimension that is filled with unsettling images, nightmares, and bloodthirsty creatures. You gotta explore, solve puzzles, and hide from the monsters in these story-driven games. Right now, they're super cheap to pick up from the Halloween sale, with the remastered version of the first game, dubbed the Coma Recut, on sale for just $2.09 on the US eShop, and the sequel is on sale for 80% off at $2.99 on the US eShop. Bleak Sword DX is an action RPG that combines 8-bit style graphics in a 3D isometric space. It's actually a pretty neat effect. The gameplay has you exploring as well as upgrading your character and abilities in order to deal with enemies and challenging bosses. You'll need to dodge, counterattack, and parry attacks, and more to survive. So it's not just a simple hack and slash, you actually have to be mindful of what you do, or it's game over. This is a game that looks pretty cool and has some solid gameplay, and its horror aesthetic that it has is actually perfect for the Halloween and spooky season. It's on sale for 75% off, which is the biggest discount it's received yet. For whatever reason, at the time of making this video, Konami hasn't put the Castlevania games on sale for Halloween on the eShop this year. The same goes for the Ghosts and Goblins games from Capcom. Like, it's a missed opportunity in my view. Some of these companies are sleeping through Halloween this year apparently. But don't worry, for those who are looking for a Castlevania or a Ghosts and Goblins-like gaming fix this year, I might have the game just for you. It's a game called Rogue Legacy. It's a pretty fun, older indie title that combines elements of action platformers like the Ghosts and Goblins and Castlevania series, with roguelike elements and progression. In this game, you explore a randomly generated dungeon while trying to defeat the bosses within. When you die, and you will, a lot, you get to choose between a set of randomly generated heirs to play as in order to continue the quest. Now, each descendant has their own unique characteristics and abilities that can actually help you or work against you, like colorblindness, or having ADHD, which makes you move super fast, or being a dwarf, which makes your character super small. As you collect gold throughout the dungeon, you can improve your equipment and abilities, which will get passed down to future heirs. I think it's a pretty cool game, and it's only $2.99 on the eShop. It's super cheap to pick up from the Halloween sale. As the tagline says, don't deal with the devil, but if you're looking for a good game for Halloween, then dealing with the devil is a good thing to do, because Cuphead is an awesome game. This game has some tight and challenging platforming, a really cool retro visual look that has not been topped since its release, and some of the best boss fights in any video game. Cuphead is a great run-and-gun game that can be played in both single-player and couch co-op play. I'm sure you've heard of the game by now, and trust me, the praise is accurate. This is a really good game. Right now you can pick it up for the Switch, as it's on sale for $13.99 on the eShop. But you can also pick it up with the delicious Last Course DLC, and this adds more additional content, including a whole new island to explore, new bosses to face off against, new weapons, charms, and more, including a new playable character too. The bundle with the game and the DLC is on sale for 28% off. Survival horror series Bendy features retro Disney-like characters haunting a fictional studio. These creatures haunt the halls in these survival horror games, and there's some truly messed up stuff within. Apparently the gameplay is heavily inspired by the BioShock games, so I can kinda see where the messed up aspects come from. Without question, these games are good for Halloween, and they're good for those who love this survival horror creepy stuff. The first game is on sale for $7.99 on the US eShop, while the sequel is on sale for its biggest discount yet of 50% off, which makes it $9.99 on the US eShop. Are you in the mood to shoot some zombies for Halloween, and you want a good multiplayer game? Then these Zombie Army games should be right up your alley. These are games where you can team up with others through different campaigns while shooting through hordes of zombies. In a way, they kind of play like the Left 4 Dead games, which is actually funny because the fourth game has DLC that lets you play as the characters from the very first Left 4 Dead game. In these games, you customize your character, choose your weapons and build your loadout, and try to survive against the undead and reach the end of the mission. It's a simple concept, but hey, it works. The Zombie Army Trilogy contains the first 3 campaigns, and it's on sale for 85% off, $5.24 on the US eShop. The latest game, the Zombie Army 4, which I especially love, think it's got a good campaign with some great set pieces, is on sale for 80% off, $9.99 on the US eShop. The Switch version of the fourth game comes with the Season 1 Pass built in, which adds new stuff like new campaign missions. If you desire the other season passes or DLC for Zombie Army 4 and all that is on sale for 60% off each. The Left 4 Dead DLC is actually free, so make sure to pick that up if you get the game. Now the last game I have in today's video is actually a bit of a bonus. It doesn't really fit the Halloween theme. Well, you can actually off your opponent in some brutal and bloody ways in this game, so you know what? I guess it kinda fits. Anyway, Samurai SHODOWN, the 2019 entry, is really good. It's got some top-notch gameplay, and it's a bit of a return to form for the series. Yes, it has some fancy new graphics, but the tight, weapon-based gameplay is as good as it ever was. The Switch version, believe it or not, is a pretty competent port, all things considered. It's pretty impressive they got it working on the platform, and it's solid. It's even better when the Switch version is played on Switch 2, where this version of the game maintains a higher resolution more consistently, and the load times have been cut down drastically. It's very fast and snappy to play. It's back on sale for 85% off the MSRP price on the eShop, which means it's $7.49 on the US eShop. It's a great deal for it, and it's absolutely worth picking up, especially since the going price of the physical edition is way beyond $100 now. Beyond that though, those who have the game or have been waiting for the DLC to go on sale, you're in luck, because all 3 season character passes are on sale for $2.99 each on the US eShop, which is equivalent to 85% off on the other eShops. It's a great time to get the complete experience for the game, all the characters, for very cheap. And there you go, that's more picks from the Halloween eShop sale. Again, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to check out the previous video. There's a lot of great deals in that one that I covered from the Halloween sale, so make sure to check it out. I'll have a link to it down below. There's a lot of good stuff there, lots of good, cheap games. In the meantime, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you do not miss out on any future videos. I got a lot of videos coming your way this holiday season, and you do not want to miss out on those. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon on the next video. Have a good, safe, and happy Halloween.